Journey to the Country of Hope. Once upon a time, there was a man lived in the country named the Country of Misery. Everyone was sad and had a problem. There was no one happy. They were scared that someone someday will leave the country, because they thought that anyone who left the country would die because the world was not safe. There is a man named Roy in this country. He have no one to worry about them. One day he was in the market and he is mad. He shriek and say, "I will go, I don't want to be here anymore." Everyone gathered around him and said, "How you would leave the country and put your life in danger?" Roy replied, "I have nothing to lose except my worthless life." Roy left the country in ignorance and went on his unknown journey. On his way he saw someone who several servants carried him on his neck. He shouted at them to hurry to the Kingdom of Hope. Roy continued on his way, but this name remained in his mind. Roy saw another person on his way. Roy went to the person and greeted him and asked him a few questions. "Where are you going?" The wise man replied, "I am a merchant. I heard that in the Kingdom of Hope the king died and left behind him a beautiful daughter. The dead king has a will. Whoever carries it will be the future king to the kingdom and the husband of the beautiful princess." Roy asked, "Where is Kingdom of Hope?" The merchant was silent for a while and thought to himself, "If I show this man the way to the Kingdom of Hope, he must go and find the beautiful princess there." Then he decided to show the Roy the wrong way. The merchant raises his hand to the west and says that after crossing the 3 mountains, he will reach the land of hope. Roy continues his journey and thanks the reasonable merchant. Roy continued his journey and felt happily that he now had a purpose in life to follow. When he reached the first mountain, he saw a poor farmer on his farm wearing his dirty clothes. Roy asked the farmer, "Where is the Kingdom of Hope?" The farmer replied, "My son, the road you came from is the Country of Hope. You are now in the wrong place." Roy is shocked and says in a loud voice, "Why are you deceive me? Wise man, just know the merchant that I saw in my way. He said that this is the way to the Kingdom of Hope." The kind farmer replied and said to calm down. "The merchant you met on your way is also going to the Kingdom of Hope to become the king of the Kingdom of Hope, and that is why he lied to you to become the owner of the princess." Roy brushed. "It is true that life outside my country is not safe. The wise man lied to me, and if I go to the Kingdom of Hope he will kill me to get the princess. I was wrong all along. I left my country and kept thinking and talking to himself that there is hope to live my life." The kind farmer took his hand and said, "My son, calm down. Life is full of ups and downs. There are good and bad people everywhere." The kind farmer put some apples and bread in his bag and told him to go east and be hopeful. The farmer's eyes were kind and honest. After he calmed down, thanked the farmer and went on his way. In the distance he saw some birds chirping, a beautiful sound, and some people were having fun and laughing. He approached them and asked them, "Where is the Kingdom of Hope?" They said, "This is the place." Several people run to see the princess, and Roy saw the merchant at the door. He wanted to talk to the merchant, but the door opened. Someone came out from behind the door and shouted, "I didn't succeed. I lost." This man was the one who had servants, but now he was alone. The guard asked for someone else to come, and the merchant entered. After a few minutes, when he come back, he was very sad and said, "All my property is gone. I lost." The guard asked for someone else to come. Roy was very afraid, but he remembered the farmer's words. Roy raised his head and said, "I'm." The guard entered Roy inside. Roy saw a beautiful girl who is the princess sitting on a golden chair. A servant in there asked Roy to bow in front of the princess, that she and the princess of the Country of Hope that named Anne. The princess Anne asked Roy, "Have you come to marry me?" He said yes. The princess asked, "Who are you and what you were doing?" He said, "My name is Roy. I came from the Kingdom of Misery. I have nothing." The princess said, "How did you come to me and you have nothing? Those who want me are all kings, princes and merchants. No, I will give you some choices. Whoever who choose the right one will be the king of the Kingdom of Hope and my husband. But who fail, I will receive all of his wealth. But you don't have anything." When Roy looked at the princess, he said, "This girl is pretty. I want her to be my future wife." Then he said, "Yes, I have something that cannot be bought with the money in this world. I will give it to you if I didn't choose the right answer." The lady was shocked and said, "What do you have that can't be bought?" Roy replied, "My soul. If I don't know, I will be your servant." The beautiful princess was surprised by Roy's words and said, "I accept for that." The beautiful princess told them to put the 3 boxes. The beautiful princess said, "There was a piece of paper that written by my father, and others there is nothing inside it. If you know the right one you will be the king of the kingdom of hope and my husband, but if you choose the wrong you will die." She smiled, and told Roy, "If you want to leave here, I'll forgive you for your courage." He thought silently about the boxes. The first was gold, the second was silver, and the third was iron. He thought about it. He told himself, "There is nothing valuable in gold as the rich man, the servant, because his heart was dirty when he looked to the silver. He reminds the merchants he was so handsome, but inside his soul he was bad person." Then he looked at the iron and said, "I think the king's paper is inside iron box because no one chooses an ugly box." He looked to the lady and said, "I will choose the iron box," and the paper was inside the iron box. The princess Anne was shocked. "How did you do that and chose the right one?" Roy said, "In my way to the country of hope at first I saw a merchant, but he was untrusted one like silver. Also the rich man who have many servants came to you and list everything he have just in 1 second like gold. It is attractive but not enough to life in glory forever." The Princess Anne asked, "And the iron reminds you of who?" "The iron is ugly and unwanted, just like a farmer I met in my way. That is the reason I am her." With these words the Princess Anne fell in love with Roy and get married. Roy visited the country of misery and told everyone that the world outside their country isn't danger as they think, and lived even after happy and live in hope.